Have you ever noticed how most compact SUVs either try too hard to be flashy or end up so basic they're forgettable? Well, the 2026 Honda HR-V might just be the exception. It doesn't shout for attention, yet somehow it makes you lean in closer. It's not the loudest kid in the room, but it could be the smartest. And here's the kicker. This SUV shares its DNA with the Honda Civic, which means it carries over some of the most well-loved traits of one of Honda's best-selling cars. So, is the new HR-V the compact SUV you've been waiting for? Let's dive deep. The HR-V isn't new to the scene. It made its debut back in 2016, slowly climbing the ranks as Honda's practical, entry-level SUV. But in 2023, it went through a dramatic transformation: new platform, new look, new personality. That's when it really started to shine. Fast forward to 2026, and Honda hasn't reinvented the wheel. Instead, it's sharpened it. Subtle exterior tweaks, smarter tech, and just enough refinement to remind rivals that Honda doesn't need gimmicks to stay competitive. And the best part, the HR-V has stayed true to its mission, to be the quiet achiever car that does everything well, without ever trying too hard. Let's start with the outside. The 2026 HR-V wears Honda's latest design language proudly. You won't find oversized grills or fake exhaust tips here, thankfully. Instead, you get a clean, modern look with crisp body lines that balance sophistication with a touch of sportiness. The front fascia has been refined, giving it a sleeker, more confident expression. Slimmer LED headlights flank a redesigned grille, while the bumper adds subtle aggressiveness without being over. Walk around the side, and you'll notice the strong shoulder line and slightly upsized wheels that give it a more planted stance. At the rear, the taillights have been reshaped for a sharper appearance, and the tailgate design looks tighter, less bulky. It's not screaming for attention, but that's the magic. It feels timeless. A design that will age gracefully rather than look dated in 3 years. Step inside, and you'll immediately sense why this SUV connects with so many buyers. Honda's focus here is simple: comfort and clever use of space. The cabin feels like an extension of the Civic: clean, ergonomic, and refreshingly straightforward. You get a horizontal dash layout that stretches wide, with tactile knobs and buttons where you actually need them. No over-reliance on touchscreens here. Front seats are supportive, with plenty of adjustability, and rear passengers get surprisingly generous legroom for a vehicle in this class. Thanks to the HR-V's longer wheelbase borrowed from the Civic platform, you don't feel cramped. Even with 3 adults in the back. Cargo space is another win. The HR-V offers one of the largest cargo areas in the compact SUV category, with fold-flat rear seats that transform it into a mini cargo van when you need it. Weekend trip, grocery haul, IKEA run, no problem. On higher trims, you'll find features like a power moonroof, leather upholstery, heated seats, and dual-zone climate control, which elevate the cabin from practical to genuinely comfortable. Now let's talk tech. The 2026 HR-V doesn't just keep up, it quietly leads in usability. The centerpiece is a 7-inch touchscreen on the base model. But step up to higher trims and you'll unlock a 9-inch display with crisper graphics and wireless, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto. Navigation is available, though most buyers will happily use their phone integrations. You also get a digital driver's display on upper trims, customizable to show trip info, safety alerts, or navigation prompts. Add in wireless charging, USB-C ports, and an available premium sound system. And the HR-V feels more upscale than its price tag suggests. And here's a subtle but important point. Honda's infotainment menus are refreshingly simple. You won't spend 5 minutes digging through some menus just to turn on heated seats. Everything is intuitive, which means less frustration and more focus on driving. Pop the hood, and here's where Honda makes a deliberate choice. The HR-V doesn't chase horsepower wars. Instead, it sticks with a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine, producing 158 horsepower and 138 pound-feet of torque. Is it a rocket ship? Absolutely not, but that's not the point. What you do get is predictable power delivery, smooth acceleration through the CVT, and a ride that prioritizes comfort and refinement over raw speed. And thanks to its Civic-based platform, the HR handles better than you'd expect for a compact SUV. The steering feels precise. Body roll is well controlled, and around-town maneuverability is excellent. It's just as happy darting through city streets as it is cruising on the highway. Fuel economy. With front-wheel drive, you're looking at 26 mpg city and 32 mpg highway. Go with all-wheel drive, and it dips slightly, but still remains budget-friendly in today's volatile fuel market. Now, here's where curiosity spikes. Rumors are swirling about a hybrid HR-V. Nothing official yet, but since the Civic already offers a hybrid, and given that the HR-V shares its platform, it feels almost inevitable. If Honda launches it, expect a bump in power, a big jump in fuel economy, and even lower emissions, a potential game-changer in this segment. Safety has always been Honda's calling card, and the HR-V is no exception. Every trim comes standard with the Honda Sensing Suite. That means you get adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, and traffic sign recognition all included. Even on the base model, step up to the XL trim and you'll add blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alerts, making it easier to handle tight parking lots and busy highways. The HR-V also earns high marks in crash tests, continuing Honda's tradition of building vehicles that not only protect passengers but also inspire confidence behind the wheel. Now, let's talk money. The HR-V has always been one of Honda's most accessible SUVs, and the 2026 model keeps it that way. Expect the lineup to start around $25,000 for the base 60, climb into the upper $20,000s for the sport trim, and top out around $30,000, $31,000 for the XL with all the bells and whistles. Even fully loaded, it undercuts many rivals while offering more standard safety and better long-term value. And don't forget resale value. Honda's reputation for reliability means your HR-V will hold its worth better than many competitors when it's time to trade in. Of course, the HR-V doesn't live in a bubble. It faces tough competition. The Toyota Corolla Cross is its most direct rival. Practical, efficient, but some find its styling a bit bland compared to the HR-V's cleaner look. The Mazda CX-30 delivers more sporty handling but sacrifices rear seat space and cargo room. The Hyundai Kona brings bold styling and tech, but some buyers might prefer Honda's long-term dependability. And then there's the Subaru Crosstrek, a favorite for outdoorsy types thanks to standard all-wheel drive and rugged personality, though it doesn't match the HR-V's interior refinement. So where does the Honda fit? Right in the middle, balancing style, space, comfort, and reliability. It may not dominate in one category, but it wins by being the most well-rounded choice. If you're looking for a compact SUV that shouts "look at me," this isn't it. But if you want a vehicle that quietly does everything right, delivering comfort, space, technology, efficiency, and Honda's bulletproof reliability, the HR-V should absolutely be on your shortlist. It's the kind of SUV that becomes part of your life without demanding attention. The kind that feels just as natural dropping kids off at school as it does loading up for a weekend getaway. And maybe that's the point. Not every car needs to be flashy to be great. With the possibility of a hybrid on the horizon, the HR-V story is only getting more interesting. For now, the 2026 model proves that Honda knows exactly what buyers in this segment want and delivers it with quiet confidence. So, is the 2026 Honda HR-V the sweet spot in the compact SUV world? Or will you hold out for that rumored hybrid version? Drop your thoughts in the comments side. Love to hear what you think. And if you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth car reviews, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming next. Because sometimes the best cars aren't the loudest, they're the ones that simply get everything right. And the HR-V, that might just be one of them.